So practically, this is like, how will I put it? I'm somebody that I am very, very shy of talking to the camera. I'm actually a shy person, but that's what people say, that I am bold, right? And that's because it just depends on my mood, or it depends on the people that I am with or around, or the people that are around me, right? Basically. So in a space whereby I am in a room and there are a lot of confident people, or a lot of people who are very like bold, I will tend to be shy. But in a room where there are lots of like how will I put it, lots of people who are meek or humble or who are shy, I tend to be very, very bold. So this is just me ranting to my camera. Basically, I'm just going to be ranting so that I can improve my confidence looking at the camera, right? Yes, improve my confidence looking at the camera, and then also rant and talk about like a lot of things affecting me, a lot of things about investments. As you all know, I am an investment person. Like people who know me personally, who know me for me, people who have come in contact with me know that I'm someone that is very, very passionate about investing my money. I don't just do savings, right? I'm not even a fan. Well, how will I put it now? I'm not really a fan of like saving money, right? I'm actually a fan of investing money, because with saving money, you save today and then the money saves you tomorrow. If you are saving 100,000 naira every month for 12 months, how much is that? You would have gained 1.2 million naira. But there is no additional toppings, no additional interest on top of your 1.2 million naira. So, but then if you invest 1.2 million naira, unless say you invest it in stocks, or you invest it even in crypto, in mutual funds, in money market fund, in federal government savings bonds, in treasury bills, at the end of the day, let's say on the average, in 1 year, you would have gotten like 300,000 naira on top. So approximately, you would have gotten 1.5 million naira. So that is it. That is very, very simple. So that's why I'm not a fan of saving money. If I want to save money, it's basically like the normal rule that we talked about. When you get your salary, you divide your salary into 3, right? You keep one for day-to-day spending, you keep the other one for savings. So this could be saving for house rent. Like practically, the method of saving money, or the main concept of saving money, is so that it can save you tomorrow. So if you're saving money, maybe you're saving money for your house rent, you're saving money to buy a laptop, you're saving money for emergency stuffs. Maybe you get sick later on and you need to foot your medical bills and all those kind of things. So that's practically what saving money is all about. Then the third aspect, or the third proportion of keeping your money or dividing your money, is actually for investments. With investment is not something that you are supposed to touch. When you are doing investments, except if you are doing crypto, yeah, I know crypto is usually short term, but there are also people that does crypto long term. But just that doing crypto long term has its own disadvantage, in the sense that you can lose a reasonable amount of money, you can also gain a reasonable amount of money. This is just from my own personal experience. But then investing in low to medium risk investments like the mutual fund, the treasury bills, the federal government savings bonds, and money market funds, and fixed deposits, commercial papers, those are different forms of low to medium risk investments that you can invest in. And when you're looking at investments, you shouldn't be looking at investment short term. You can do your savings short term, but your investment should be something that you can do for a long period of time. That's the thing. When I'm looking at investments, I'm looking at investing from between 5 to 20 years, 30 years, not years, or even 10 years, right? So I'm not looking at investing and then planning to take the money after 1 year, or planning to take the money after 2 years or 3 years. When I'm investing, I'm looking at it long term. So like I mentioned earlier in this video, right, I said when you receive your salary, especially if you are someone that is starting out life, either a male or a female, you're starting out life, you just started working, you are in school, you are in uni, you are doing your NYSC and everything, whatever money you get, right, no matter how little, whatever money you get, just divide it into 3. Have one for regular spendings. Regular spendings is like, okay, my transport to work, okay, the food I'll eat at work, okay, the money I used to go to the market to cook, to eat today, tomorrow, or for the month. Those are day-to-day spendings. The second part of dividing your money should be for savings. I'm saving up for a laptop, or I'm saving up to buy a car. Savings. Then for investment is long term. So investment is not something you should touch, right? So investment is not something you should touch. That's the thing. So in a situation whereby there are some people that they have, if the issue is pressing, right? Yes, if the issue is pressing, I would suggest removing from your savings to help your loved ones or your family members, but not your investments. Anyway, most investments are actually for a locked period of time. So no matter what you do, you cannot like withdraw your investments before that particular period, right? Yes, because I know there are some people that they don't know how to manage money. Some people have management issues with money. If there's any pressing issue or something, they'll just go to their investments, remove it, buy what they want to buy and everything. Except if it's very pressing that it has to do with a life, then you can like forfeit your investments. That is for investment that you can easily withdraw at any point in time, right? But if it's not so life pressing or life threatening, then you can just take out from your savings and help anybody in need. That's actually what I do. If I have anybody around me that's having any pressing need, I just take out from either my spending money or my savings. There are times that I may not have any money at all, and most times I can't even take from my investment, right? Because they are locked. So in this kind of situation, there's nothing I can do. So that's practically everything about this investment talk. Another side of it too is a myth that people believe that, oh, you need a lot of money to invest, and it's something that I've seen that has discouraged a lot of people from investing, because a lot of people might be like, okay, my salary is 50,000, how can I save from that 50k, especially in Nigeria's economy today where everything is expensive. I just heard now that fuel has gone up. Fuel was actually 1,330 naira in the morning, and this evening I'm hearing that fuel is 1,600. Especially in this Tinubu economy, that things are very hard and very, very difficult, and you feel like, okay, how can 50,000 naira be enough for me? You could be maybe a cleaner, you could be like someone working in a company as a junior staff and earning that kind of salary. You could also be a student, or you could be doing menial jobs and be earning that kind of salary. But the thing is that the goal of this thing is that if you're earning 50,000, yes, I know it's not so easy, right? But if you're earning 50,000 naira, the first thing you should do is to divide your money. Yes, you can keep 10,000 naira for investment. Yes, invest it in. And the thing is just that even most of these stocks, right? Not all the stocks are very expensive. Like for Zenith Bank stock is about 95 naira or so. So you can use 10,000 naira to buy Zenith Bank stocks. You can also use 10,000 naira to buy stocks like the NGX stock. The NGX stocks, I think it's about 200 naira. You can use 10,000 naira to buy those stocks. You can also use it to also buy mutual funds. Most mutual funds, right, cost about 100 naira to like 500. Most of them I've seen, especially on Cowry Wise, they are not so expensive like that. You can buy one unit for as low as 100 naira. So you can even use 100 naira to invest. But the main goal is that you can take out 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira to invest. So what I left with is 40,000 naira. Then you can also take out 30,000 naira for your day-to-day spendings, and then keep 10,000 naira for savings just in case of emergency or something. But if it was me, I would have taken 20,000 naira for my day-to-day spendings and 20,000 naira for savings, and then the 10,000 naira for my investments, right? So that's what I would have done. And then another thing too that you can do to be able to manage your 50,000 naira salary, now that you have divided your money into 3 parts, is to be very prudent with that money. Definitely, with that kind of salary, there are some places that are not necessary to go. You cannot follow your friends out for clubbing or follow your friends out for parties, except maybe your friend has already told you, follow me to this place, bills on me. But if your friends are planning expensive trips, you cannot follow them with your 50k salary. You have to be prudent with what you have. You have to manage what you have. That is a skill that is very, very important. So if with your 20,000 naira salary, definitely you cannot eat out. Except maybe you're eating from mama put that is very, very cheap. Maybe like her food costs 500. But to be able to effectively manage this your 20,000 naira, then you have to go to the market and buy your food, buy what you cook, and then come to the house, cook your food, take it to work, plan yourself. Every Saturday you go to the market, maybe with 5,000 naira, you buy what you want to buy, you come back to the house, you cook it to last you for a week. Yes, and you also know that you cannot be a glutton. Exactly. No matter how hungry you are, just try to do portion control. That's what you do. If you don't have money, you can drink water in between just to make you feel dull, but try to eat something. You can eat like once or twice in a day, right? For you to just manage that 20,000 naira. Then the other 20,000 naira is just for savings. Then the 10,000 naira is for your investment. So these are the things you can do. Another thing you can also do to be able to level up your income is to think outside the box. Try to do things that can give you extra income. It doesn't have to be about business, because so many people are very particular about business. But you know that even to invest in business, you need capital, right? But in business, investing in business is same as investing in investments, right? That's why the fact that you need capital, you can also start small. So if you feel you are not cut out for business, you're not a business person, you don't know how to talk to people to convince them to buy a product, you can do menial jobs just on the side. You can decide to like be a nanny for a family, babysit their baby for a particular pay. You can decide to clean your neighbor's house. Okay, your neighbor will be paying you 5,000 naira, maybe weekly, or whatever the arrangement is you have with them, so that you can level up your income. You can also try to like do other things too to level up your income. Yeah, maybe selling corn by the roadside. Just think outside the box and do something to be able to like earn more money, so that you don't really have to depend on that 20,000 naira alone. You have like other sources of income, no matter how little, for your day-to-day activities. If you're a student in a school, we have in schools like this, especially in federal schools, we have students that come from rich families. Some of the students that come from rich families, some of them can be very, very lazy. They may not want to clean their room. You can decide, okay, maybe her name is Amanda. Okay, Amanda, I can be helping you clean your room maybe 3 times in a week. You'll be paying me so amount of money. Maybe you can be paying me 1,000 per day or 5,000 naira weekly. Think outside the box. You can also meet those rich students, decide to wash their clothes, and they pay you money. When I was in school, I went to a private university. I had students who came from rich families, right, who had like all the money to throw around and spend. They don't wash their clothes. They give their clothes to cleaners, and then they pay these cleaners a certain amount of money, yes, to help them wash their clothes or clean their room. So if you don't have enough money to start up businesses in school, then you can do this option. But then if you have a little money to spare to start up a business, you can go for things that are high in demand in your hostel. For the girls hostel, I know something that will be high in demand in the girls hostel is selling attachments. Maybe selling earrings, learning a skill, right? You can learn how to paint people's nails, how to do makeup just to make ends meet, how to make all these bags. A lot of girls like fashionable bags. Or if you can make shoes, maybe like fancy slippers, you learn it, you make it in the hostel, you get a little bit of money. If you know how to make perfumes like me, you make perfumes, you sell, right? You sell it, you make side income, or you make a side hustle. You can also do online stuff, maybe creating AI content or having a YouTube channel. That is up to you. So there are various things that you can do to be able to think outside the box to level up your income, right? So, and one thing you should notice is that as you're leveling up your income, you should also level up your investments. There is no income without investments. That is the thing. As you're leveling up your income, right? Maybe aside your 50,000 naira, the skills you are bringing into the table, the businesses you are doing, the menial jobs you are doing is giving you like 20,000 naira on the side. You can now remove 5 or 10,000 naira from that and add to your investments of the initial 10,000 naira. So that's where it will help you, because you will notice that okay, you can be earning 50,000 naira, but then you have a side hustle that gives you 20,000 naira at least monthly. You will notice that with time your investment can increase from that 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira and reach like 500,000 or even 100,000 naira over a certain period of time. So that's the thing. Then another myth that I wanted to address is the fact that people believe that you need to have a lot of money to invest. So that means that you need a lot of money to invest is not true. Although when you have a lot of money to invest, you actually get higher returns on investment. But then that does not mean or give you the excuse not to invest, because what you have is only 10,000 naira. How can you spend that naira to invest? If your monthly income is 10,000 naira, use 1,000 naira and invest. Use 1,000 naira and buy stocks that are under maybe 30 naira or under 50 naira or under 100 naira and invest. Use it to buy mutual funds too that are under 100 naira and invest. So that's just practically all about this particular aspect of investment. Another aspect of investment I also would like to give to you, especially for new beginners or people who are just coming into the investment industry newly. They don't really have like any information about investing and all those kind of things, is to diversify your portfolio. Diversifying your portfolio is just like the saying that goes that there are many fishes in the river, right? So diversifying your portfolio is spreading your nets in different areas in the river, so that in case you dip your net here and there's no fish, if you dip your net here, if you dip your net here, you will get at least one fish. So that's practically diversifying your portfolio. A practical example is you have 10,000 naira. Instead of using 10,000 naira to buy stocks only in MTN, you can decide, okay, I will divide this my money into two. I'll use 5,000 naira and buy stocks with MTN, and then I'll use this other 5,000 naira and buy stocks with, let's say, Transcorp Power, or let's use Airtel. That is diversification of your portfolio. So it's something that really helps me even when I'm investing in crypto, right? Understand that crypto is a high risk investment. I've never done forex before, but I've tried, but I've never been successful in it. But when I'm investing in crypto, I understand that crypto is a high risk investment, and because of that, I usually diversify my portfolio. If I have 100,000 naira, I won't just put 100,000 naira into Bitcoin, right? I would diversify my portfolio. I'll divide my 100k into 5. Put one in Bitcoin, one in Ethereum, one in Solana, one in a Ripple, maybe the other one in Tron or in USDT. So that's how I would diversify my portfolio. And I think this is also very important. It's very important because in a situation whereby a particular stock is not doing well, at least there's no how that out of 5 stocks or out of 5 crypto coins, there's no how that all of them will not be doing well. There's a probability that all of them can be doing well, but except maybe you're going through a crypto dip like what is happening now, there's also another probability that all of them can also not be doing well. But then the chances are, let's say that the chances are very slim. But what I'm trying to say is that at least out of that 5, even if all are not doing well, there'll be 1 or 2 that will be doing well. So in that kind of situation, right, you don't lose all your money. You know that you have money steady somewhere. But these ones, they are just hanky-panky, they are just shaky. I think that's another important thing or important aspect too of being an investment person. Like, that's the thing. Because like, all I will say is that investment is sweet. There's no, like, investment is the sweetest thing that has ever happened to me. talking about my journey, right? I started investing as early as when I was 20. What am I saying? Not when I was 20. I started investing when I was in university, right? I started investing when I was in uni. That's when I started investing. That's when I did investment proper. But before then, I've always wanted to think outside the box. Okay, what else can bring me money? At first, I was looking at business, starting a business. But then my parents were like, okay, you cannot do business now. You have to read, because we cannot pay school fees for you in vain. My parents did not want a situation whereby maybe I start doing a business and because I'm getting money, I will now stop reading. I'll now be like, okay, you don't really have to read to make money, right? All you have to do is continue doing your business and then fuck school, I'll fuck everything, right? Yes. So they didn't want that impression, or they didn't want me to get that impression. So because of that, I started thinking outside the box. I was like, okay, the only way I know now is to make money through investments. I was thinking that, okay, the only thing I know now is to make money outside. Okay, is to make money with using is to make money by doing business. But now that my parents don't want me to start a business, how can I make money? So that singular thought actually made me to think outside the box, right? So I was now like, okay, if I cannot invest, can there be other things I can do? Oh, sorry, I'm always mixing investment and business. So I thought to myself that, okay, if I cannot do business, right, is there no other thing I can do that will make me think outside the box to help me to invest? That will make me think outside the box to actually make money aside through business or owning a business or selling things, right? And the only thing that came to my mind was, how about investing? How about investing with certain companies, and then maybe when you invest, the capital will appreciate and you make money, or they pay you dividends. So I started thinking outside the box. So my first investment was in 2020, right? I had like a cousin who introduced me to crypto, right? She's also an investment person too. So when she brought the opportunity to me to invest in crypto, I can remember the first coin I invested in was in Luno. I used the Luno app. She introduced me to the Luno app. But she was a short-term investor, right? So she had the money, she had the capital. She could invest as high as 100,000 in a particular crypto coin and then monitor it for a day or some hours. And when it increases, maybe when the 100K reaches 150, she would just withdraw. So she was a short-term investor. So in my own case, I was still in school. I did not have that kind of money to spare. I think I had like 10,000 naira. So I invested with 10,000 naira. I divided my portfolio. I invested about 700 and something naira in Litecoin. I invested in Bitcoin. I invested in Tron and other crypto coins. And she also introduced me to Piggyverse. So on Piggyverse, I learned how to save my money, right? Saving. This one is not the normal saving that you people like to do. Saving without interest. On Piggyverse, when you are saving to get your interest. So you are saving to like have something added on top. You are saving to have extra thing on top of your savings. So she introduced me to it. So I remember my first investment, the first amount I invested in Piggyverse was 50,000 naira. And that 50,000 naira, I got it from my pocket money and from the money that my aunties, my church members, everybody gave to me. I was just gathering it. So that's when I was able to invest. I made my first investment with 50,000 naira in Piggyverse, which is a high yield savings account, right? So that's practically how I started investing. That was my official time of taking a step forward to actually invest in to actually do my proper investment. So that's practically what I did. And over the years, from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and to 2026, that's practically 7 years of investments. When I invested newly, my risk appetite was very low, right? I was scared of losing money. But over the years, in 7 years, right, investing has taught me a lot. Yes, it's not like I've not lost money. Actually, I've lost money. But one thing that investment has also taught me is it has helped me to increase my risk appetite. There are certain amounts that I can lose that I won't even flinch. I won't even be scared to lose that kind of money. And also in my personal life too with God, I've always been telling God that I don't want money to tie me down. Yes, the fact that I don't have money, or the fact that I have money, I don't want it, or the fact that I lose money in a particular investment, I don't want it to affect me so much that I look tattered and frustrated. I've always told this to God in my personal closet, and when I'm praying, I've always told God that I want to be in a situation whereby money does not rule over my affairs. I want to rule over the affairs of my finances and money. So even if they tell me that all my investments has gone down the drain, I want a particular situation whereby if I get that kind of news, right, yes, I might be sad, I might cry, but it's not going to affect me because I have the capacity to make money. Even if all the investment go down the drain, I have the capacity to start afresh and make more, even double of what I lost. So that is like my mindset now. And I think that's what long-term investing does to you. It increases your risk appetite. It helps you to take risks. Actually, the best time to take risks is now that we are young, now that we are not married, right? Because when you get married, as a lady or a man, when you get married, you have your wife, your husband, you have your kids, you are likely to be more risk conscious, right? You're likely to be scared about investments because you are like, okay, especially as a man will be like, okay, if I invest everything now, what if my investment goes down the drain? My wife will look at me in a certain way. My wife may not regard me. My wife may have less respect for me. What about my children? What about their school fees? What about what they will eat? What they will drink? What about this one, that one? So practically, the best time to invest is now. Now that you are still young, building your career, growing, this is actually the best time to invest. And wow, I did not think I'll be able to finish this video. I think I became more confident while talking on this camera, which is a very, very good thing. So I think this is something like I should be doing more often, because this video was not planned. I just said, okay, I was going to open my camera and just start talking. Like, that's just it. The other videos I would normally upload are usually planned. They're actually written down. I'll write them down. Okay, this is what I want to say. Do 1 or 2 research, add my own head knowledge from my experiences, from investment and the rest, and then say it out. But then this is not a planned video. It's just a video I was like, okay, let me just record myself ranting. So this is like a financial rant video, or a financial ranting video, or a finance ranting video. So that's practically how this video is all about, right? So maybe I'm going to talk about other things, but for now I think we should come to the end of this video, right? Or what do you think? Okay, let's see if there will be anything too that can come to my head to talk about. Actually, nothing is actually coming to my head to talk about too, right? So that's all for this video, and I'll see you all in my next ranting video. Bye for now. Bye.